Is the mic working now? Okay. How is the mic compared to the sound? The mic compared to the music? It's a fresh install. I nuked the computer from orbit, put in a whole new hard drive, fresh install of Windows, everything cleanly installed, so all of my settings got blown up. So I think I got it squared away, but if the music's too loud or too quiet, or I'm too loud, or I'm peaking or something, you need to let me know, right? Alright. Whew. That was a freaking adventure getting all that stuff redone. This lovely motherboard has put the hard drive socket right between. Music is a little loud. I can fix that. Oh, that is loud. How's that? That better? Yeah, Gurdenstein. Thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. How the repairs go? Hopefully good, man. Hopefully good. I stuck my hand between the CPU cooler and the PSU, about that much space, and was able to work the screwdriver in that hole and get the old hard drive out. So hopefully this little shit was the problem. I guess we're gonna have to see. It's an intermittent issue, but I think the most I've gone without a crash to BIOS has been 48 hours. So I guess by Monday we'll know. If by Monday it hasn't crashed, then I can return this one and we're good to go. If it crashes before Monday, I guess I pour gasoline on the entire machine and light a match. So we got the buff event now, right? Oh shit, yeah. Everything's loaded up. What was that thing? That was my little tiny ass 4 terabyte solid state hard drive. Which we think might be the source of all the problems. Who's the damage dealer for the one shot we're going to use? Well, let's go ahead and just jump in and do that, right? Banshee, huh? Okay, we gotta keep it simple or people are gonna complain. Where's that? Where's my bike and where's my RAM? I don't have strays. So let's run Free Spirit Tierra for a primary defense breaker and to clear the ads. And we need Lilka for an enabler. And Best Girl, what do you guys think? Can we do this? Mighty Mouse is the simplest, but Mighty Mouse takes really good gear. We want to go really bad gear. We want to go really simple, cheap, easy one shot that most people who just start out can make, right? We could throw in an additional defense breaker too. Like Leo or Shadow Rose. What do you think? Shadow Rose doesn't take any Molagora, but she's a 4-star. Can throw Furious in as well. Yeah, I know. They're killing me with no free on equip. let's do Leo for now. More people are likely to have them, and we can just talk about how... I mean, it's the exact same gear, right? Leo and Shadow Rose are the exact same unit. It's just Leo takes Molagora, Shadow Rose doesn't, but Leo can also wear Song of Stars to make it a lot easier. But let's build absolute crappy versions of these, right? We don't want to go in with like Giga Rage gear and have people say, I can't build that, so let's fribble up something disastrous. Let's see. Go into my crappy gear save. So now I only have garbage can gear. I'll go for Bologna. Let's see. I think we want Bologna dog slow. So let's clear all these filters here. All right. So let's set her at 69% crit chance. Nice. And 65% effectiveness. And let's do a Destro set. We'll let the third set just be random, right? Lost my OBS. Where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are. Okay, so let's just... we're going to put her on Daydream Joker. Plus 30. Sure, she can have her EE. We don't have any imprints in her. And we'll just ping it real quick so we don't accidentally hit 5 million. So start and cancel. Got some results here. Sort by MCD. 12,600. Yo, that's actually pretty good. That's really good. Okay, so let's go over here and do 12,600. Find anything better? No, I mean, I guess that's it. That's our build. Okay. Let's go build that. Let's see. Bologna works wonders. Not 100%. Not 100% on what? Sorry, I missed what you were saying there, Solo Climber. Not 100% on what? Had my head up Fribble's ass there and wasn't paying attention. 78 piece. Is it this one? This one? This one? Damn it, it's going to be in storage. Oh, this is all such a pain in the ass pulling things out of storage. Let's see. Weapon, we need 14, 14, 11, 12. That one. And armor. We want the 24 attack. That is level 78. Must already be out. That's already out. That piece is already out. Ring is already out. And the boots. Those boots. Is Banshee even worth farming, or should I go to Rift if you have Wukong? Do you need gear? Then you should go Rift. Do you need reforge mats to 90 the Banshee gear? Then you should do Banshee. That's really, it's as simple as that. What good is Rift for getting the gear if you don't have the mats to level it? What good are the mats if you don't have the gear to level? So you farm Banshee if you need reforge mats. You farm Rift if you need gear. Okay, where were we? Let's go. That's Rift. Oh, for fuck's sake. I need coffee, guys. I need coffee big time. Okay, let's make a giga unimpressive Bologna. Our goal is not just to one-shot it. I can one-shot Banshee 25 different ways. The goal is to one-shot Banshee with really garbage can gear to give people a starting point. So let's see. That weapon. And 24 attack. 78. Destruction helm. That. Helmet. No. That armor. That ring. And we need a destruction 78 ring. That one. It's funny how all this stuff's coming around Sigrid. It's like I just did a Wyvern team with Sigrid. Alright. That looks pretty impressive. Almost 3,700 attack. Does anyone know where EMP1 is at regular arena? I'm sitting at... Yeah, you can tell that pretty easily. You just go into arena and you want to click over here on ranking. And look at total ranking. And just scroll all the way down. So the Edge of Legend is at 13,100 and Emperor 5 is at 12,700. So I'm thinking you're probably looking at about 13,000 even. Yeah, I think 13,000 even is kind of where EMP1, it's going to be right around that range. 13,000, 13,020. It's a very tiny gap in all the Emperor stages, right? I mean, there's only 300 points from the Edge of Champs to the Edge of Emperor, or to Edge of Legend. Only 300 point difference. Defense is working. Starting to climb my defense rate back up. That's nice. Okay, who do we have next on the list? You already heard this one. Play something different. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, so we've got our Bologna taken care of, right? She's got the effectiveness needed to land debuffs. She's got the damage. She's got the crit chance, right? We need 69% crit chance total. So let's see. Free Spirit Tieria. You're going to need that, and that plus the Elemental Advantage is what's going to get Bologna there. Okay, so let's try building Free Spirit Tieria. Okay. Clear all the BS from prior builds. I'll need her to go first, so... Gonna need her at least 190 speed. We need 84 crit chance because we hit the 16 from Midnight Bloom. That gets us up to 100. She's a defense breaker, so we need 65 effectiveness. Is that it, though? Is that all we need? We'll look at everybody's gear except for Bellona, because we don't want to take gear off of her. And she's going to be wearing Midnight Bloom at max level. Leave all the imprints on. Her EE is max now. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, her EE is max. Okay, we'll ping it and then cancel. Oh shit, that went fast. We even need to cancel. Okay, we'll sort by damage. That's pretty dog. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if that damage is gonna cut it. Well, we'll try it. Banshee one-shot because it was requested. Somebody said, hey, I really need a Banshee team after I put up the Wyvern one, so I'm trying to oblige. It's been a while since I built a Banshee team. Banshee teams are rough because you've got to tune them. They're like people's first introduction to tuning your teams and tuning your gear. That'll work. And then this, and then something with 26 effectiveness. It is a speed piece. There we go. And then 21% attack, level 85, crit chance. There we go. And then this. And HP boots. Those are in storage. We'll have to go pull those out. Born to farm Banshee, forced to farm Wyvern. The nice thing about Banshee farming is you can do it with just 3 units, which means you can power level or friendship farm the 4th unit, and that's really nice. Storage. Looking for some shitty little HP boots with speed. Then there they are. What's wrong here? Why has she got so damn much crit chance? What am I missing? Those are the right boots. That's the weapon Fribbles picked out. That is the neck. That's definitely the armor. You're correct. The weekend buff is up, Nox. It's totally there. I am not sure why she has got this much crit chance. Oh, for crying out loud. I've got her set as a 5-star unit inside of Fribbles. Okay. Changing a couple of things. Fribbles had her listed as a 5-star, so she didn't have that last imprint. Quick question. Would this be a good time to use leafs to farm things? This would be the best time. There is, in fact, no better time to use leafs than now. Yeah, I'll show it to you real quick, buddy. It's hidden, right? Because it's not your traditional buff. So people who've been around, they're looking for the buffs here. This is where the traditional buffs show, but in this case, you go into the dash and you click on this Epic Dash special event buff, and it shows them here. This one is up, and then for about another day and a half, this one is also up. So we got 2 days of Giga buffs. And by the way, these stack with these. If you go to your backpack and you check your consumables and you've got any of these will stack with today's buffs. Now, they don't stack with each other. Don't use multiples of these. Like, if you use this one, instead of being 200%, it'll just be 100% for 24 hours if you use 2 of them. Right? Multiples of these just extend duration, but the first one that you use definitely stacks with this. And if you're like me and you've got a metric F-ton of those, we've got one of these. We're getting this every single weekend in October. So you'll get a chance to use them all. What's the best way to use Dragon Bride Senya? Just got her. Congratulations, man. You put her on Arius or 3F. You build her super tanky. And whoever you're most likely to go below 50% health unit is, like BBK or Janu or whoever your glass cannon unit is that you want to saw, you put them in the back. When they get hurt below 50%, Bride Senya puts a barrier on that unit and then goes sicko and just does horrible things to your enemy. But yeah, whoever the back row unit is, that unit going below 50% health is what activates Senya. So you want a nice lightweight back there, so an accidental AoE attack from your enemy will piss off your Bride Senya. Yeah, congratulations, you just won the game. She's one of the most sought-after units in the game. She's currently, I'd say, top 10, maybe top 5 in the meta. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's fix Tieria up. Tieria looks a lot better now that she is 6-star, so let's see. What can we do to get her fixed up? Let's go with this build. So, same weapon. Different armor. 14 by 14. Must be in storage. We'll have to go find the helmet, I mean. Armor is correct. Different neck. We're looking for crit set. Crit damage. 21 attack. Oh no, it was the right. No, it's not right. It's just a coincidence. They both have 21 attack. Okay. We gotta get the neck and the helmet out of storage. That is correct. Okay, so neck and helmet out of storage. For a slow Banshee, is Bernard a must-have? No, he's just really good. But once you see this, you'll never do a slow Banshee again, I bet. So let's see, neck. Crit. This one. And then the helmet is HP. And it is this one. Why don't you use the show equipped gear with stats feature? Because I just reinstalled the game, including Epic 7, so I haven't set any of that up yet. There you go. So far, knock on wood, so far so good. Was giant pain in the ass. Goblin gear rolls like 75. Goblin gear rolls like 56 gear. It has 85 or 80 or it has 78 gear base stat, but it rolls like 56 gear. In fact, when you import it into Fribbles, Fribbles even acknowledges it as level 56 gear, because that's the way the stats roll out. Yep, it's terrible, but it's nice for making these guides. Certainly everybody can do better than this, right? After a few weeks of playing. That helmet and this neck. There we go. Now that's a good looking T-area. Alright. Okay, and the last unit we've got to build is Lilka, right? Lilka. This. Okay, so effectiveness, and we need her dog slow, like dog slow, so no faster than that. Don't take anything from Bologna or Free Spirit T area, and doesn't matter what artifact she's wearing. Let's make her like the worst build possible, right? $293 gear score. Yeesh. All right. Or Lilka, you deserve better than this. What's the best gear score you got on the Goblin gear so far? You got an 88? I don't think I got anything above 80. I can peek, right? Let's see, gear. All gear. Let's just show, let's see, gear score. 75. Oh, there we go. So it would be the speed 26. Okay, I guess it's the helmet that's currently on T area. Or armor, sorry. I got an 85. That's crazy. Absolute best piece I got. Got an 87 Goblin Gear. I don't know if that's really the brag you guys think it is. Man, all this gear is so garbage, it's all seems to be in the shop. Or in the storage. Hey, thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Yep, it's all in the storage. Okay. Let's see. Turn this on to simple selection. Get rid of anything that's below 28. Sure, I need to do this for everything, not just weapons. 8. Simple select. Get rid of this. Speed check those. Okay, let's go yoink those 6 pieces of gear out of storage and then see if we can build this team. Are there any one-shots using free units, though? I mean, literally free units, not from pulls. Yeah, but they'll take higher gear. I mean, free spirit's pretty free, and Bologna's a nice pickup. I'm pretty sure we could replace Bologna with some other units. I'm just looking for the easiest access, right? I can do other one-shot teams. It's just each one has to be tuned, and they're such a pain in the ass to do. Especially during unequipped. I'm just going to do this one for now. I've got a boatload of videos for Wyvern one-shots. Oh shit, Banshee one-shots. So there's that one. There is this one. And then there is 525 health, that one. And then 560 health, that one. And 153 attack. That one. And 120 attack. That. Oh, nice. I'm glad that one worked out for you. You can replace Momo with Crozet, and it'll probably be even more consistent. Kind of discovered him after the fact. He's got a attack down on his kit, and Momo's healing is nice, but I don't really know if it's required. But I don't know. If it's working, don't fix what isn't broken, right? There we go, guys. That's the most disappointing looking Lilka I have ever seen. Let's not even give her an artifact. Let's see if we can do it without an artifact. Okay, don't at me if this doesn't work. We have to fine tune it because speed RNG is a mother. So let's try it after we put some crap back in storage. You can get RAM without pull? No, you can't get RAM without pull. Now you're being mean to people who weren't here for the collab. Okay, so she does this. Hit, hit, hit. Then Bologna does this, and this should kill everybody, right? Nice. Barely, but it did it. And then we get a defense break, right? Because we never get 15%ed in this game. Defense break. Extra slaps. Pushes you up. You S1. That activates Butterfly Fan. Ha 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 ha! First time. What do you guys think? Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Now, the one Achilles heel, right? This would be 100% success rate if Lilka did a defense break, right? But Lilka could get 15%ed. So you can run this for a 85% clear rate and just put like a random ungeared person in this spot. A random ungeared person. That way this person can level, they can friendship farm, all that kind of stuff. That would be great. Or we can put another defense breaker in there. We could stick Leo in there. And all we want to do with Leo is make sure he is tuned in. Hang on, I got to go all the way out. All we've got to do is make sure Leo is tuned all the way in on speed and effectiveness, but not enough to do any kind of significant damage where he could push phase, right? I'm not spending that on Leo. We'll just find a we have any hang on, do we have any garbage gear that he can wear? None of these have effectiveness main, do they? Okay, so effectiveness. I don't want to give you a weapon. Weapon makes you hit harder. So let's see. That's a lot of damage. 19 effectiveness. That's not bad. We'll use that helmet. We need to get to 65%. That armor. That's close. I don't want you to do crit damage. How about... It's got no ER on it. Okay, let's see. Where's all my effectiveness stuff? There we go. 62. It's pretty close. Okay, and then we just want some speed main boots. That's right, it gets all pissy when I sort like that. And there's... Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, I think 166. That's like... I think I want him around the 150 to 170 range, so I think this works. Well, let's try this. Now, the pisser about Leo, right, is Leo... To get the 100% defense break, you need to spend Molagora. And who wants to spend Molagora on Leo, right? You can put the exact same gear on Shadow Rose. The nice thing about Shadow Rose is she's 100% with no Molagora at all, so she literally needs nothing, and you just put the exact same gear on her, right? The stats will be a little bit different, but you should still get the effect, as long as you get the 150 to 170 speed and the 75 or 65% effectiveness. That's all we really, really need. You could also use a non-specially changed Clury, but once she's Falcon or Clury, she's much, much harder to speed tune in. The nice thing about Leo, too, is he's going to S3 in the start, so he's going to help us clear those mobs. So this even lets you go in with a lower gear requirement. Let's see if this works or if it overcaps us. I'm a little worried about the extra damage, but we'll see what happens. Because if you do too much damage to the Banshee, then she will push phase. Hello, hello. Good to see you, Nelly. So there's the hit. There's this, there's this, there's this. Leo will put everybody to sleep, but more importantly, just does a little splash damage. Do the AoE here. We definitely finish off. I'm worried about the extra damage, but we'll see. So here is the S2. Worst case, we just have to take some gear off of people. We missed the defense break, so this is why we have Leo, because Leo gets a second chance for a defense break. And now that we have that second chance for a defense break, get the AoE, she pushes Bellona up, Bellona hits, activates Butterfly Fan, and now we're even more consistent. Because we have to get 15% at twice, and we didn't have enough damage. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that's easy enough. We just put a little bit more gear on Leo. Here, Leo, hold this. Hits everybody. Hit. 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 AoE hit. And then Bellona finishes them off. 285s in a row is about a 98% chance to succeed. Nice. Ouch. Do we get the defense break? We get 15%ed, and then we got the second one. Bellona does her slaps. It's too much damage. It's too much. We went over. We went over. God, Leo's so hard to tune with that extra smack he does in there. How do we go from too much damage to too little? Because we definitely, if Tyria lands that defense break, then Leo is definitely going to push us over, though. This. Use Yoon. She has restrict. I don't need restrict. If anybody, we'd use Shadow Rose. We're going to use an ML. Ouch. There's the defense break, and that's why I think this... There's a second defense break, third hit. Splash, splash, splash. It's below. See, Leo's adding too much damage to the game, but... Hang on, let me check the damage this way. Attack tuning double defense breakers is rough. Yeah, it's without him critting, right? We can do it. We just gotta hold our mouths just right. Help. Yeah, Dark Rose is easier to use than Leo. She's better in every way, except she's an ML. Pop and... What if we use Clury? Could we functionally get Clury in here? Let me look at the timing. So it would have to be a dog slow Clury. Right? It'll have to be like damn near base speed. So we would be about here. Do the fence break. So I'd have to get Falconer Clury between Lilka and Bologna on the speed chain. Here Flurry would S3, and then we get the extra defense break into this, into this. I don't think that'd work. I think I have to use pre-SC Clury. Thierry was blinded. Do we need immunity on Thierry? She can get blinded. That's a damn good point. Try Leo damage and don't bring Thierry. Kind of expensive to re-gear right now. What's your thought there, Son? What's the reason? Hey, Volcanics, we're building a goblin level gear Banshee one-shot. We've got it like kind of nailed out, but I'm trying to figure out how to slot in a second defense breaker and not have it push phase. Because if Leo crits into Thierry's defense break, it's too much damage. I guess Furious is a little bit more accessible, huh? Furious as the weird RNG of the Banshee sometimes heals. Let's see what happens. How are we going to slot this asshole in? We need to go before Lilka, but we need to go after Bologna. There's no room. There's no room. I mean, they're already exactly 5.5% apart. Because she's an ML, Edax. DDR, Conquer Lilies, can't decide. DDR. The only reason you don't pick DDR is if you never plan to do anything PvP related. How do we... Just don't see a way to... I like what you're cooking with this unit. I'll just have to re-gear everything for it, and... I don't want to. Okay, what if we have... She's going to hit harder than Leo, so we definitely want Leo to go second, so that Leo doesn't defense break, and then she hits stupid freaking hard. And with Leo assisting on the first fight, I think we can just lower her damage to tune it in proper. I'm not using an ML unit, guys. And that includes Yunryung. No, she could really mess tuning up. That's a good chunk less damage. That should make up for what we're doing for Leo. I like the speed too. You think everyone has ML Rose? You'd like to think that. Kenner made worth the coins or wait? I'd wait and see. I'd wait until after the buff event and see what the buff event does to the meta. Okay, get a defense break to show us a worst case scenario. And then Leo does this. And it's the extra hit in because he can be an asshole like that. It's too much damage. We gotta drop Bologna's damage down. Just a little though, right? Bologna was close. I would have to change the tuning of the entire team to use Furious, guys. You want me to make like 10,000 different Banshee one-shots? I got videos for that, but you want me to do it in-game live? We're gonna need free unequip for that. That's just a little bit of damage off. I don't know if that's enough damage off. You know what we can do too is we can turn off Lilka's imprint. So she's not giving 100 attack to the back rows. That'll lower the damage in general. That should be enough. No, it's a max DDJ. Okay, it's still enough with Leo's help. So the lower attack, this should do it. This. Boom, boom. So there's the double defense break. That worked. If Leo double tapped, it might have been too much. Now, is it enough to kill? More than enough to kill. Question is, did this kill with Leo double tapping? No, San, it's not. I've been using this song for months. Okay, so there's a defense break. Leo hits twice now. Hit again. Okay, good. That's the maximum damage we can do. See, it's just a hair too much. We just need to shave just a little bit more off. God, the attack tuning in this is brutal. I don't want to take any more off of Bologna, so I think we got to take some off of Tieria, because we want to make sure we have enough juice to kill at the end. Let's see. Oh, that's a whole damn lot. 4% crit damage is a chunk. Oh, we're losing the effectiveness, though. Lose the crit chance. I think if we take 65% of our crit damage away, we're not going to clear. What if we do this and we do this? Or not this. It's not enough crit chance, though. Okay, that's another 100 off of her, right? I'm worried about the speed, but we'll try it. I use LD player, Pokey. Is this a new player account? No, I'm just using garbage gear so that it can be for new players. See, this is a much harder... That blind on Tieria, there's really no way to avoid that blind, is there? That's just going to be some RNG to this. Because she doesn't give immunity to herself, she gives it to everybody but her. But that's another reason to have Leo, right? We don't get the defense break, Leo can still get up. Double resisted. Change the position so that Leo's imprint won't give back to Bologna. We already removed one imprint, and we just lowered gear. I want to see where we land before we do more. And this should still kill, right? Okay, we're still killing even with the weakened Tieria. Ouch. We get the defense break here. And then Leo hits twice into defense break. He crit all... He's quit both times. 2 of the 3 times he crit. It works, guys. It's right on the line. Oh, thank you for the stretch. If Leo crit 3 times there, did it push phase? Did Leo's last crit, would it have mattered? Do you think? Let's take Leo's imprint off and see what happens. I think Leo's imprint will account for that last crit. Okay. A little bit of splash. We needed Leo's imprint, guys. We're not quite there without his imprint. When's the double dash buff? Now. At this very moment. For the next, about 40 hours. We're going to guarantee that he crits with this build. And see if we can run him like this. Can Gala one-shot the Banshee? She can. She can. Takes better gear than this. We're going for like a super low-end gear version, but Gala can most certainly one-shot the Banshee. Yeah, that's why people put her on Restrict, right? You can use Furious with the Restrict EE, you can use Yunryung, you can use Lucy. You can do things with the Restrict EE. Crit, crit, and he didn't do his third attack. Hey, Stale Donuts! Thanks for the sub, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Oh, thank you.
Thanks for all of your helpful guides.
We need Leo to do an extra hit. Do you think it's better to use Hunt Buff Scroll now? Yeah, sure. If you're wanting to farm hunts, this is the time to do it. Okay, we clear. Now we need a defense break. We need to see a worst case scenario. We need a defense break followed by 3 crits from Leo, and if we don't push phase, then we're tuned. Defense break, hit, and hit. And if this doesn't go below 70, fuck! It was so close! Okay, but with Leo reliably critting on everybody, can we safely turn his imprint off now? How do I beat Spirit Lord Destina with City Lord Assassin? Oh, you mean how do you beat a Spirit Lord comp? I would long bomb it with Rangers Knights. I'd run 4 Knights and 4 Rangers, or 4 Knights, or 3 Knights and 4 Rangers and a Weaver. Wait a minute, we didn't clear stage 1, did we? I looked away and didn't see what the turn order was. Splash. Hit. Hit. AoE hit. This, and if this kills, we're good. Shit. Okay, we need just a little bit more damage on who? A little bit more damage on Tieria. Just a touch, though. Or can we selectively choose who gets this imprint? So instead of Bologna, let's just give it to Leo. Actually, there. How's that, right? Now we're just giving Tieria a little more attack and no one else. I think that's perfect. Spirit Lord Mages is pretty OP. Be careful with Spirit Lord Mages. You can rope yourself into a corner that you can't get out of. If you do Spirit Lord Mages, do shitty placement that you can exploit later. Is this kill now? It was just enough. That imprint and the Tieria alone was just enough. This is the hardest thing to explain into a guide, right? Is the extreme tuning of these teams. Crit, and then 1, 2, third attack. Damn it, Leo. Proc your extra attack so we can see if this works. Kind of shot myself in the foot twice with the last comp. I might actually ask for help from Discord later. Yo! Well, that's a whole ass thing. So we need to get some more health on Leo. How about Leo, you just don't chill in the front spot. Taking his helmet off was a problem. Okay, so let's give you a helmet back that doesn't have crit damage on it. It's got some attack. It's a level 80 helmet. Oh, this one's fine. This one, oh, friggin' Loka's wearing it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, just temporarily, right? We'll just temporarily put this helmet on, and we will take this one off. Shit, we lost the crit chance. I wholeheartedly agree, Rob. Oh, no, wait, we don't need it. We got Midnight Bloom. He's at 100% crit. What am I thinking? Crazy talk. You know what? There's really no reason he can't have the armor, too. There's no DPS stats on the armor. Like, none at all. He still hits just as hard. And he's a little more survivable. Hit. Yeah, that's a tanky Leo now. Okay, are we clear? Fence break, and then we need 3 crits from Leo for testing. There's 1, there's 2, and come on, Leo, you're killing me. Are any of the Conquest shop sets worth buying as a new player, or should I keep my points for future? All of the arena sets are pretty good in their own right. Just look at them and see if you have a need for the pieces. The speed set's nice. The destruction set's nice. I think there's a pen one in there that's pretty good. But they're all pretty nice. But maybe keep enough reserves that you can buy charms and that you can buy, buy the charms to upgrade, right? No new sets are going to be added to that shop. If you don't get the sets from this season, those will go into the shop. But if you buy the sets from this season, then you're fine. Again, I wasn't paying attention. Did Leo attack 3 times? Leo, he didn't extra attack? Okay. Lilka double attack. Oh, did she get a dual attack? Okay, that clears us. Aside from Fenris, when was the last time we got a PvE unit? 1 second. 1, 2, 3. There's all 3 hits. Don't go below 70. It's right on the line! It's right on the line! Oh my god! I hate speed tuning quad unit Banshees. Okay. That might be going overboard. We'll take this takes 21 down to 19. I think this 13 and 81 is actually going to be more than 19. We could just drop straight. 13 and 8's definitely going to be more than 19. Let's just try this piece. Why do we need Leo at 100% crit chance so we don't sit here for an hour trying to get 3 crits to see if RNG could brick a run? Alrighty then. Is there any way for new players to get the XP boosting artifacts? They'll give another one out at a New Year's. It's usually a Christmas New Year's kind of a thing they pump out. They do one every year. So the answer is, other than waiting, no. Okay, even with Leo weakened a little bit, we still cleared the first phase. That's good. Crit, crit, and... No, we need the damage on Bologna. The people... I mean... What we can do is we can reduce the damage on freaking Tieria too, but I think we're fine. We're right on the cusp of greatness here. Break, crit, crit, and... You guys wonder why I get all hesitant when people say, hey, could you redo all of the Abyss floors? I think they should add the XP artifact to, like, the Guild War shop or something for new players. It's kind of crappy that you gotta wait till the end of the year to get it. 1, 2, and Leo, you are awful. The moral of this story is, if you have Shadow Rose, she is so much better. You don't have to tune against a potential extra attack from Leo. Shadow Rose just works. Would you ever do a new player account guide? Maybe someday. There's a lot to that, and Dee Dee's new player guide, and Sue's too. Both those are really good. I'm not sure I could add much to what they have out there. Fence break. 1, 2, and... fucking Leo. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Is that Lycoralius? Leo wants me to be stuck here forever. Leo's just wasting my Saturday. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay, Bologna, show me. Got it. And if this kills... Done. Done. Why not use Furious? Because I would have to re-gear my Bologna and my Lilka to fit Furious in between Bologna and Lilka, because right now they're exactly 5%. Yeah, it was right on the line, right? Now, can the same team work if we take Leo out and reposition Lilka for the damage boost? That's the big ticket. What happens if Tieria misses the defense break, then Leo gets the defense break. Now, if both of them miss the defense break, the run fails. But 2 units missing an 85% defense break is right around 92, 93% chance of not happening, I think. We'll run the probability calculator in just a minute. And this is an 85% fail, but this one lets you put a third unit on the team to friendship farm or level up. Oh, it's so close. So close. There's really no way to scrape just a hair more out of this, is there? Without bricking the other run. Oh, wait, there is one way. And we can just take that artifact off when we're running the Leo version, right? No, it can't be Warhorn. It cannot be Warhorn. Yeah, worst case I'll use water gun. Warhorn's free, water gun costs 900 sky stones. I don't like making guides that say, just spend 900 sky stones, it's fine. Fence break. Big bang attack. Look at that damage. Oh my god, it's too good. Bam! Extra attack. It's good! What do you guys think? You like my one-shot team? Now, the advantage of the one-shot team with 3 units, of course, the Leo team, much harder to tune the Leo team. This is very, very easy to tune. The Leo team is frustrating. Shadow Rose on the exact same gear as Leo, a little easier because you have to worry about that extra hit from Leo doing just a shade more damage, so the Shadow Rose team's easier to gear. And Green Clury, not Falconer Clury, but base pre-specialty change Clury is also really good here. You could work in Furious. There's a lot of options for the 4th, but if you leave this slot empty, it lets you socket in things like this, who never get to take a turn. Now, of course, just pretend this is your brand new Fenris and he's not wearing any gear, or if he's just completely naked Fenris, right? Looks just like him. Our frickin' Tyria got blinded. See how it leveled the frog up there? Hit through the blind, Tyria. You can do it. Hit through the blind. Good job. That's hilarious. My frog's wearing gear because he's gear holding, so he actually hit hard enough to do damage. That's hilarious. Okay, something that makes more sense. How about a level 1 Last Rider Crowd? That makes more sense, right? It's just a complete buck naked unit that you're trying to level or friendship farm. And see how far back Charles... See, because he's completely naked, he never gets to take a turn. He's all the way at the back of the line. And you can put the friendship artifact on him or the EXP boosting artifact on him if you have those to make this even faster. Frog confirmed, good for PvE, but see that? And we just leveled up our Crow and are working on his friendship too. And then once he's maxed out, once he's friendship 10 or he is level 60 and you're done raising him and stuff, you swap him out with another unit so you can actually use your Banshee farm to power level the other units on your team so you don't have to use penguins to level them. Not bad, huh? Okay, so let's let me see, where is Leo? Leo. Can have that. Can we run without that artifact on her and have this work? You tried to use Fenris, Tamasaria, and Rowana in Hall of Trials. It didn't go well. You want to know who's crazy broken in Hall of Trials right now? Lilka. That's right, this little 3-star ranger girl right here. She has 1.9 mods on her S3. She can hit almost as hard as Fenris. Now, she is a nightmare to tune in, but you can actually run Lilka if you don't want to run Fenris. Didn't get the defense break. Nope, I don't need an Ardeon Tieria. I don't want an Ardeon Tieria. Freaking blind. Leo, get in front. Yeah, Lilka's probably my favorite 3-star unit. She's really good. Freaking blind! Come on, you know what? We'll just run it. Maybe she'll break through the 15%, right? Or the 50%. Oh, wait, it's not enough damage. We do need the artifact on Tieria. Ah, well, we just have to swap. We just have to move around. It's all good. Lilka, you just want her on a speed set with 6. You keep her in like the 2. I mean, for this, she's very custom. In this, she's base speed. She's not even really wearing gear. You just need the you just need her to be alive and to go right before Bologna. You notice the CR bar where she is with Bologna? I mean, she's right up against her. She's exactly 5.5% faster than Bologna. Well, we know this works. Okay, so shall we make a video, guys? You want to make a video? Why is my chat disappearing again? I gotta fix that too. Alright, guys. Let's darken chat for a second here. Alright, as requested, here is two versions of a very, very free-to-play Banshee one-shot team. Consider this your very first Banshee one-shot team. I think this is low enough gear that if you have the units, you'll be able to build this. If you do not have these units, check the link in the description of the video for my other Banshee one-shot team that uses all free-to-play units. If you do not have these units, check the link in the description of the video for my other Banshee team. It's not a one-shot, but it uses free units and will let you climb through this fight pretty easily until you collect the units. So, there are two different ways you can do a Banshee one-shot. There's the easy way, and then there's the safe way. First, we're going to go over the safe way. And when I say that this isn't the easy way, it's because the addition of a fourth unit to the team makes it really, really, really hard to tune. You need to do enough damage to kill, but not enough damage that you push phase. You gotta hold your mouth just right, so pay very close attention to the stats, and play games with things like Leo's imprint, being able to give attack to all of the units versus not giving attack. Lilka's imprint, being able to give attack to 2 units, and you can decide which units those get. And Lilka's imprint, giving attack to 2 different units, and based on placement, you can decide who gets that attack boost. It's a pain. It's a pain. We sat here for a solid 30 minutes, moving gear around, raising attack, lowering attack, playing with imprints till we found the perfect cocktail of units and damage to get us exactly what we need. So let's discuss the builds. First, the fastest unit on your team needs to be Tieria. Now we've got her on all Goblin and level 78 gear. I've put her on the Midnight Bloom artifact, which you can pick up from the Book of Memories to get you the extra crit chance to make this build a lot easier. If you don't have the Midnight Bloom artifact, just realize you'll need 100% crit chance on Tieria and 85% crit chance on your green units to maximize damage. And speaking of maximized damage, that's what we did while maintaining 65% effect resistance. She is our defense breaker. She must have a minimum of 65% effectiveness. More than that doesn't matter. So at 93, I'm wasting like 25 effectiveness, but that's okay. This is the way the gear landed. She's got more than 65. That's all we need. She's got more than 84% crit chance plus the 16 from Bloom. She's at 100%. And she is our fastest unit on the team at 196. The faster you go, the better, because her S3 gives an AoE immunity if you have this EE on, which is the EE you want, because this way the ads won't blind your units. So you want to make sure Tieria goes before the ads so that she can give everyone immunity. The second fastest unit on the team is going to be, in this case, Leo. Now, Leo is interchangeable with Shadow Rose. You can literally put this exact same gear on Shadow Rose. Shadow Rose is actually more stable. Shadow Rose, her S2 does a defense break exactly like Leo's, but the nice thing about Shadow Rose is you don't need Molagora to get it to 100%. If you have Shadow Rose, I would recommend using Shadow Rose for the stability and for not having to put Molagora on the units. That's huge. But we're going to run Leo because I didn't want to use a 4-star ML5 unit and have people complain that they didn't have Shadow Rose. As for his gear, we need him to be 65% effectiveness so that he can stick the defense break in phase 2. But we want his damage to be as low as humanly possible so that he doesn't accidentally push phase, especially since Leo can do an extra S1 attack. So we're keeping him at level 50. We're not giving him a weapon so that he doesn't have bonus from that. And I tried to pick out gear that didn't have any damage stats on it. Now, I did put a crit chance neck, and that's just to show that even when he crits with all of his attacks, he doesn't push phase at this gear level. You most certainly do not need a crit chance neck on this guy. Although it will help with clearing the front mobs and making the first stage mobs more consistent if you need his AoE damage to help you clear the front mobs. At this gear level, I don't think we do, but Leo's extra splash at the start sure can help. And then we're going to have Bologna as our third fastest unit. You want her minimum speed of 123. And the reason for that is that puts her at perfect speed tune range with Lilka. You don't want to slow her down more than that. She can be faster than this just as long as she's the third unit to go on the rotation. You've got Bologna on your best damage set possible. We put a Daydream Joker for maximum damage into the Banshee. Make sure it's a plus 30 Daydream Joker. If it's not, keep doing the other team linked in the description until you have got your Daydream Joker maxed out. As for an S2EE, it doesn't really matter. You can use any of them. It's mostly here for the effectiveness because Bologna is a defense breaker, so you want her at 65% effectiveness if possible. If you can't pull this off, that's okay. You don't really need the effectiveness because we're relying on Free Spirit Tieria and, you know, either or Leo or Shadow Rose for a defense break, so you can literally dump the effectiveness entirely and just put all damage on her to make sure she does the amount of damage you need. But again, remember, if you go too heavy on the damage, you might find that you over damage the Banshee, and you need to dial her damage back a little bit to get the tuning perfect. It's a little frustrating, the attack tuning. I think when we do this run, you'll see what I mean about how close it is to pushing phase versus not pushing phase. You got to hold your mouth just right to get the damage tuning right on the 4-man team. We will go over the 3-man team in a minute, which surprisingly is way, way easier to build. And the final link in the chain is Lilka. Lilka doesn't really need anything except to be 5% slower than Bologna. Now, my Bologna was 123 speed, so 123 divided by 1.05 is 117.1. So 117 is more, or is less than 117.1, so she is speed tuned. She will never catch up to Bologna, because she would need to be, speed RNG would need to be 5.1%, and speed RNG is only 5%, so we are safe to use this Lilka build. 65% effectiveness because why? You don't need effectiveness on Lilka. Yeah, all you need is the speed and to make sure that her damage or her health is enough that the ads don't kill her at the start of the fight. That's it. This is how the fight works, guys. All the skills are on. Let me move over here. So, Tieria went first, putting immunity on everybody.
Also,
let's do this without Tieria getting
guys
blinded.
Like and subscribe to TristenWulf to know when he posts videos. And also, just help the algorithm so more people can see it and get help in E7 content.
Appreciate the support, Rasta. Okay, so at the start of the fight, Tieria does her S3, it puts immunity on everybody, and this will keep them from sticking blind on people. Now, they can put blind on Tieria, which can make her miss, but that's okay. We got Leo as a backup in case she gets blinded. All of the extra damage Bologna is able to kill with her S3. We're into phase 2. Tieria will go first, sticking her defense break. Hopefully sticking her defense break. There we go. If that gets 15%ed, there's another defense break from Leo. He sometimes does that extra attack. Bologna does her AoE. What did we screw up, guys? What did we screw up? Do we have an imprint on we weren't supposed to have on? You're right, Bologna was in the bottom, Tieria was in the back. Thank you. Okay, now to make sure we're damage tuned, if I have Bologna in the back getting this imprint from Lilka, it actually does too much damage and it over damages the Banshee. So in this case, I'm going to move Bologna out of the attack imprint slot, and I'm going to give Tieria the attack imprint, but not Bologna. Like I said, it is a pain in the butt to attack tune this team so you don't over damage the Banshee. But once you get it, once you go through the pain in the butt that is setting up this fight, it's so much cleaner. Tieria goes first, AoE damage, gives everybody immunity so that we don't take any blinds. Tieria can still get blinded, but that's okay. If she gets blinded, we have Leo for our backup defense breaker. Bellona does her S3, and that kills all of the mobs, pushing us into phase 2. In phase 2, Tieria will go first. Hopefully she sticks a defense break with her S2. And this is why we have the backup for Leo. Leo does his defense break. Bellona does her AoE. Lilka pushes Bellona up. Bellona does her S1, activating Butterfly Fan and killing the Banshee. The fuck? I hate tuning this team. I hate it. Oh my god. She had 1 HP, didn't she? Was it really 1 HP? Tell me it was really 1 HP. It's madness. Okay, there. We'll give Leo the damage boost too, right? No, we can't, because if the defense break happens... If the defense break happens, it pushes phase. How do we do this? How do we account for it's not quite enough damage if we miss the first defense break? We need Lilka never does damage, so she's fine. Let's give it to Leo and see what happens. AoE hit. Extra damage. It would work if you turn, I don't know, the damage boost to Bellona might be too much. We can try that next, but I think that's going to be too much. Let's see if this overdamages. See, it overdamages. And that's with no imprint going to Bellona. So let's try it just for sake of argument, right? We can do it down here. So we turn Leo's 8% on, and we turn Lilka's 116 off. I mean, it's not impossible. We've got the tuning. It's just we need to 1, 2, and 3. And if this doesn't push phase, it's too much. It pushes phase with the imprint, guys. It's blood. I hate this. I hate that if we don't stick Tieria's defense break, it's not enough damage, but if we do stick Tieria's defense break, we can either set up for one or set up for another. What if I put up a low tier non-upgraded sword on Leo? Then he does too much damage if we do stick the defense break. What do you mean swap Lilka and Tieria's position? What's that do? Like this? We just tried this. It didn't work. It was too much damage. Strays it out of spite. may just do this for now. I mean, the answer is freaking Shadow Rose, right? She does everything that Leo doesn't. Yeah, screw Leo. We're not doing Leo anymore. Leo can bite me. Blammo. This is going to be so much cleaner. There's no world where we're recommending new players build Leo, right? Spending Molagor on Leo? I can't. Chop. Clean. Show me the damage. Okay, so we just need to change the imprint around. Imagine using a second Grace of Growth for Leo. No, man. Say it isn't so. Defense break. Defense break. That's got it, guys. I'm pretty sure this has got it. Blam and dead Banshee. Imagine not getting Shadow Rose. Well, you could always go Leo. That was fun. So it's 2 chances to defense break. But is the damage there if we don't land the first defense break, I wonder? It should be, right? The damage should be there if we don't land the second defense break, because Shadow Rose's S2 into that defense break was pretty kind of crappy, right? Didn't really matter that much. All we have to do is just run this until we get 15%ed on the first skill, but not the second. What's the odd of that happening? Show me 15%. I still like the other team better where we can... I could just take some F off, but I gotta take some F off in a way that doesn't mess her damage up or we don't push the phase. I guess, is her EE effectiveness or is it, no, it's attack. There's one thing we could do. Yeah, the song title's in the bottom left of the screen, guys. Okay, so let's see. Oh no, we didn't get the defense break. Is it enough with an S1 damage? Ooh, it's gonna be tight. Bam. I don't think it's enough. Okay, the damage from her S2 versus her S1, right? Let's compare those. So it's 30, what was that, 37-23? And her S2 does 36. Her S1 hits harder than her S2, huh? $36.63 versus... Wow, her S2 hits... Her S1 hits harder. That means we definitely didn't clear. Oh, she uses the S3 on the boss? Oh, thank you for the clarity. You're right. 36.63 versus... It's dead. It's dead. Even if we don't get the first... Even if we miss the first crit, she's dead. That's way overkill. That was almost 2,000 health difference. Let's see how much health is left on the Banshee after this.
Honestly, what a waste of time. Can you hold out for me?
Okay. So keep your eyes open. We get, with an S1, we get 5084. Isn't Vivian free now? Yeah, Vivian's free. But Vivian doesn't have a defense break. Okay, so 5084, and the S3 does 7156. So that's 2,072 more damage that we're missing. So now we have a way forward as long as the Banshee has less than 2072 health, then it's a guaranteed clear. And if it's off by just a smidge, we can tinker with Shadow Rose a little bit. Shit, I forgot to turn it off in time. Maybe she 15%. Of course not. We know Shadow Rose is plenty with the defense break. It's definitely plenty if we have the defense break. We just need to see if we kill, if we get 15% on the first defense break. So we're cheating a little bit by using the S1 and then adding the damage difference back in. So we S1 here. We get the defense break there. AoE here. Push up. Oh, that's a little bit of a problem. She freaking got that extra attack in and self-healed. See, with Rose being a green, or being a not a green unit. Yeah, she heal. Yeah, exactly. She heals if they're not all green. That's why I said it's a problem. God, is the answer really going and getting a raw pre-specialty change Clury?
Unsightly weeds must be cut for victory. I despise everything boring.
No, no, we are not slopping to Leo. Leo's impossible to tune. No, Leo, you just can't tune Leo. Not with a plus 15 Bologna. One of two things happens with Leo. He only attacks twice, in which case everything works fine, or he attacks 3 times and over damages, or he attacks 2 times and under damages if we don't get the first defense break. He's just too much RNG to fit in. We tuned it as perfectly as we could. Okay, check the health. 1306. It's good. 1306 is good. She would have been dead with the extra 2,000 damage. But there's a little bit of speed RNG in there because the Banshee cut us at the very end there before our Lilka could push. So I think we need to speed up Lilka and Bologna just a tad to not get speed RNG'd by the thanks to hydrate. So we need to speed them up so that we don't get speed RNG'd and risk the Banshee healing herself off of Shadow Rose. How close was the speed RNG? Is it something I can just do a mod gem on both of them to fix? Oh, she accelerates if you take her below 70% health. She's slow enough that we're only talking about like a 1 or 2 speed difference, so 2 mod gems ought to be able to fix it. It is not that far. I mean, it's not that close. Have I tried Unryung instead of Leo? Why? Why am I going to use an ML unit when I can just use Shadow Rose?
Have you tried Yunrang instead of Leo? It's no need to tuning Bellona DMG and very easy for new player like
Yeah, but you
me.
gotta stick restrict, and that just adds a whole other level of RNG. We're trying to do this as a minimum RNG where we have 2 defense breakers and not have to worry about restrict. If I wanted to do that, I would do a Lucy team too. Flash is alright. Okay, so Bellona's the one that would need the speed tuning, so we could just take this 124 defense and slap some speed on it, right? Look away, everybody. Yeah, let's try 6 and see what happens. This is more like 98%, guys, with 2 defense breakers. I don't want to take 2 defense breakers and drop it down even more. I mean, we don't run Shadow Rose at all, and we've got an 85% team, so why would we want to go down to a 72% team when we've got an 85% team that's easier to gear, and you don't have to worry about RNG at all? I'm just trying to do a 98% team. Yeah, there's no way she cuts with that extra speed. We're golden. Wait, did she cut? Where'd our damage go? What happened? Blind. We got blind. So that's an interesting wrinkle, right? She blinded her, so not only did she miss the debuff, she also didn't do enough damage because she missed the debuff. It's not the debuff that was missed that was the issue, it was the fact that she didn't do enough damage with her S3 on a miss. We've got no way around keeping immunity on T-Area, do we? Only with Vivian. God, Vivian is a pain in the ass to tune. And we lose our second defense breaker with Vivian. Bastion on Shadow, it's only a 1-turn immunity. It's not a 2-turn. She'll still go, lose her immunity. Unless we slow her down. How fast are the little Banshee assholes that we could slow her down slower than that and still tune her into the fight? They're 174 speed, so 174 times Or no, 174 divided by 1.05. See, the issue is that I would have to go Screaming Fast Rose on Bastion. It's a 5-star artifact, though, guys. Yeah, I slow her down, she won't give immunity to others. So what I have to do is I have to run her so fast that she puts immunity. She goes first. CR pushes everybody up and gives immunity to... and Bastion gives immunity, then Tieria S3s after. Nah, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. I'm not replacing her with a 5-star unit. If I wanted to do this, I would run Pavel and Strays and just one-shot it all day long at 100% success rate, but that's not the kind of guide new players are wanting right now. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to tune it to make it work. Unless I have Rose push Bologna up and then Bologna... You know, how close is Rose to pushing Bologna fast enough? What happens? What happens if we do that? $174 times 1.05. We just need 182 speed on her. Oh shit, we just need a speed set. Perfect. Okay. We'll have to retune the damage, but if this pushes Bologna up, it's not going to be enough to push her up. Ain't no way. Holy shit. It is more than enough. Nobody gets blinded. Nobody gets blinded. Yunring's too much RNG. Defense. We're gonna have to really adjust the damage though, because that's gonna be way too much damage. This is gonna push phase by a lot. Okay, so we need Tieria faster than Shadow Rose, but Shadow Rose faster than the ads. So Tieria is 196. So if we get Shadow Rose down to 186, she'll still be faster than the ads, but the turn order's preserved, and that should be perfect. So we just need to get you down to 186. What if we get speed without changing the gear? We do this and That closer. One 187 times 1.05, 196.3. One speed too fast. Let's go ahead and test it though. It's only one speed RNG off. We can always add a little bit of speed to Tierra's gear, right? Nah, it's not hard to tune if we give the numbers and say you need this speed, you need this effectiveness, and you build around it. Okay, that works. And then Tierra goes first. Get the defense break. Before we get resisted, we get the defense break here. Is it enough damage? That's good with the push up, and then we hit, and then we butterfly fan. Okay, we got perfection on the we miss the first defense break, but we get the second. So what happens if we get both defense breaks? Does it clear? Sorry guys, I've been paying attention to the game. What did I miss all happening on YouTube? I'm doing Rift right now with 2 run clears. Is it more efficient than HUD? Substantially more efficient. Stamina wise. Runs per, or gear per stamina, it's way more efficient than hunts. Run per hour, hunts are better. If you're trying to burn through like 5,000 leafs, you definitely want to do hunts. It'll take you a month to get through that many leafs in Rift. But if you've only got like, maybe 100 leafs and you just want the most efficient way to spend those leafs, Rift will be better for gear. Works. Just works. Whew. That was a lot of tuning. 2-star rat is way better as a one-shotter. No, he's not. You kidding me? Look at the gear. Look at the gear on this Bologna, and tell me if I put this gear on the rat, he could one-shot anything. Shadow Rose EE for an additional 5% push. That would take care of the RNG. That's a good point. Yep, we need this EE right here. Then we don't need additional speed. Can't believe I'm going to go and buy Shadow Rose's EE. Please be the first one. Oh, thank God. Thanks, man. I'm almost RC21. Hope I can clear it in one time with Bologna, Vivian, Bernard, and Senya. Sadly, no Wukong. I believe in you, man. You can do it. Hunt drops are complete dog water. Farm Rift. Even... Yeah, the... I thought I was pretty clear about this. If you need these, you want to do hunts. I only have 145. I can only level one piece of Banshee type gear, right? If I farm Rift, I'm going to get a lot of gear that I can't 90. So I'm probably going to farm Banshee this weekend a lot just to get these Reforge mats. Because there's no blue expedition to get them. There's no way to get them. So if you need these mats, you farm hunts. You'll still get decent gear, but you'll get about 40 to 50% more gear per stamina. Also, take this into account. Let's go do one round of Rift. Right? See how long it takes. Yep. Kind of cheated a little there, but we'll knock 3 seconds off the time. You just pulled Harsetti. Do you win now? Congrats on Harsetti, man. She's gorgeous. So this is about the fastest Rift possible. So we're assuming you've got just about the best Rift team out there in the sense that you've got RC21 and you've got Wukong and you're able to just burn through this giga fast, right? At RC21, yeah, Rimu, he can solo it. But only at RC21. So you need a real team to get all the way up there. She's either the worst or the best unit. I guess it depends which side of the screen you're on in the fight, huh? Rift Controller 21. I'll show you when we get out of this fight. It's because I didn't get a defense... I just... That's true. You know what? I didn't stick a defense break, so... This one's going to be slow. Let's do one where I stick the defense break. Okay, start a new timer. It's really unusual for my, my doggo to not stick his defense break. And there. Okay, now it'll go faster. I do think if you put a full team on here, you can maybe eke one or, you know, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 extra seconds off of it. So, and also this is a Wukong built for RTA. If I built this Wukong for Rift, he'd be doing a lot more damage. If I had a damage destruction Wukong, sure, but he's a freaking lifesteal RTA build on his own artifact instead of a damage artifact. There's a lot of things I could do to make this better, make this faster. So we'll shave a little time off the end of it just to be fair to the people who are just building a Rift Wukong. You can't get Fenris beyond 5 stacks in Hall of Trials. Your Fenris is too fast. Drop him down to base speed and make everyone else faster.
I have to smack the manners into you. You're a
Yep.
bunch of sheep.
So that was it was 1 minute and 45 seconds. Just felt like it was longer because it's boring to watch. So 1 minute 45 seconds. That means we're doing about 34 runs per hour. Right? So 34 runs per hour. Oh, yeah, yes. Thanks, Parodi. I'll show him in just a second. That was 40 seconds. Right? So, that's 80 runs per hour instead of 35 runs per hour. So, 80 runs per hour, you're going to get a lot more gear per hour and reforge mats. You're going to get a lot more done in that hour. But it's going to cost 2.5 times as many leafs to do it. So Rift is way better gear per stamina, but hunts are still better gear per hour. So if you're one of those nutters who's over here sitting on infinite resources and you've got 2,000 leafs, you might want to do hunts just to get as much stuff as possible. But if you're looking for the best gear per stamina, Rift is still better gear per stamina. And also with Rift, it's a money positive. It's a gold positive because you get all of the gear in the form of drops. Hunts, you get the gear in form of some gear drop and mats that you have to go and craft, and it costs gold to craft the mats. So the gold you earn in Hunt is kind of spent on the gear. So it's a little bit more of a gold negative because you have that additional step of crafting in there. And yeah, so I mean, you really just need to focus on it. The big reason to do hunts, I still say, is if you need the reforge mats, you farm hunts. If you don't need the reforge mats, you farm Rift. All things being equal. If you can't farm Rift, well then you farm hunts. If you're farming Rift at a rate of 2 or 3 clears per hour, or 2 or 3 entries to clear, it's going to make the gap between Rift and Hunt even larger in the number of clears per hour. But there is no world, there's no buff event where if your only focus is getting gear, that Rift isn't better. Now, for the guy that asked what RC was, it stands for Rift Controller. As you level up in Rift, right? As you get higher level, you get these Rift Controllers. And they do different things, and you can select different options depending on what teams you're running. Some work better with Vivian, some work better with Auden. And RC21, this is the one right here. At the start of the battle, when there's no Soul Weaver, grants immunity to all allies, and it's a unique effect. It's a permanent immunity, and that's why Wukong can solo. Until you get this Rift Controller, Wukong can't solo. So, you've got to run a normal team through RC2, RC8, and RC15 until you get to RC21. then you can just shift over to a Wukong solo. And this is my Wukong. He is not that impressive. You can see if I put him on a Destro set and gave him a self-healing artifact, or put him on the self-healing Rift controller, I would clear through this a lot faster. But built the way he is, he still gets the job done. What about the currency you get on hunts? I hate it when people bring this up because they make it sound like it's a really important thing. But yes, if you farm Rift, there is 0 chance that you'll get bookmarks or mystics. Whereas bookmarks, powder, and mystics are in the drop tree for hunts. But you're talking about it'll drop like 4 to 6 of these. I think I saw 7 drop once. It drops 2 to 3 of these, and it drops like 5 to 7 powder. After an entire weekend of intensive farming, you might have enough to do 3, maybe 4 pulls. Not 10 pulls, 3 or 4 pulls on the Mystic banner. Now, if you're close to pity, or you are starved for Mystics and you want to have your chance at your ML5, then yeah, these are here to give you a little bit more currency. And that does, if that factors into your decision, I would go with the, I would instead go with Rift. And the gold that you save doing Rift over the gold you spend crafting gear, I would use that gold to rotate the secret shop and get your, get your mystics that way. Literally 3, so probably about maybe 500-600 rotations of the secret shop, and you'll have an entire hunt buff weekend worth of these as rewards. But you do you. If you want the mystics and the bookmarks, and especially if you're a little low on these, hunts may be the way for you. So, somebody asked if this was 100%. It's not quite. Let's, check out a probability calculator. And let's see, we have a 85% chance to defense break off Tieria, and an 85% chance to defense break off of Shadow Rose. That means there is only a 0.0225% chance of it not happening. So that means it is a 97.95% chance to defense break. 97.95. So yeah, it's roughly a 98% success rate. There is a fail condition. Both of them get 15%ed. But it's roughly a 98% chance. It's just slightly more than a 2% chance of both of them missing their defense break. Now, will it happen? Yeah, I've seen it happen. It for sure can happen. And if you just run this, it's an 85% chance to win, but you can take a 3rd unit and power level that 3rd unit. And that's kind of huge, that you can power level a unit, power friendship a unit, that you can be not spending penguins to level your units. You can put whatever unit you just pulled completely naked in this spot and run it up. Nope, Tieria can't get blinded with Shadow Rose on the team. Oh, true. This is a little bit less than 85% because Tieria could possibly get blinded. It's hard to figure out what the math would be on this, but with Shadow Rose, Tieria can't get blinded. Because the ads never get a chance to take a turn. Shadow Rose greatly speeds this up. Just do an AoE hit, she pushes Bologna to the front of the line, and then Bologna kills the rest of the ads, and nobody gets blinded because the ads never got a chance to attack. And then I don't get... Oh, wait, I gotta take a hit first. Then I don't get 15%ed here. And if I do, then I get 15%ed here. Oh, look, I got 15%ed on one, but not the other. The chances of getting hit with a 15% twice in a row are really freaking low. There you go. Yes, you can use Flan, but she's a 5-star. And one could argue that a RGB 5-star is sometimes easier to get than a 4-star. I still want to try Clurry, Green Clurry in this position. Do I even have a Green Clurry? Surely I've got some.
You're making me get my hands dirty. You should feel honored.
Use Bernard instead of Rose? What's Bernard do? He doesn't have a break or anything on him. Hey, Switchblade, thanks for the follow, buddy. Where's her defense break? I was told she had a defense break in her kit. Why are people telling me to use non-SC Clury? Ah, there it is. There it is. The problem with this, though, is I go back to somebody could get blinded because I don't have my CR push. And then I've got a speed tuner to go between Bologna and what's her name? Tieria, which is not hard. And I guess the likelihood of both of them getting blinded is pretty low. So what we would want her where? We would want her... We would want Clury here. And we need her to be faster than 117 times 1.05. We need her 123 or higher speed. That should do it. That should keep her alive. Mercenary Helga does so many things to the team when they're all green. I would have to really read her skills to see if she doesn't mess things up. Okay, so Clury can't get broken. We'll need to slow Clury down, right? We need to have Clury go between Bologna and Tieria. So Clury would go next. Clury hasn't used any stuff yet. And then what would happen here is... This happens. And then she pushes up with the defense break because she would be on Warhorn. So she would push up there, defense break. If it missed, we'd get the defense break from Tyria. We get that AoE hit in. Yeah, it could work. It could work. I'm just seeing if I could get the turn order. I would have to use Warhorn on her to have her go before Bologna on stage 1. Or sorry, after Bologna on stage 1, but before Bologna on stage 2. But I could do it. It'd be a little bit harder to thread in, but it would be very doable. But this is so much cleaner and faster. Oh, all those people who are saying no Syngelica, no Syngelica, if you have auxiliary lots, you can swap him out for Syngelica when we do the recall here in a few weeks. Do I have any idea when this Rift season will be over? Probably 4 to 5 weeks. 6 tops. 4 to 6 weeks. But it's not been officially announced yet. But the last one was 6 months, and 6 months ends like at the beginning of November. Yeah, you won't ever use her anywhere else, which is perfect. It means you can gear her like this. You can just have her on garbage. We did all that and we forgot to equip her damn EE. Yeah, I like Shadow Rose's cleavage too. Good take, Shiro. Oh, cleaving. I misread, man. Cleaving. Yes, yes. Cleaving with Shadow Rose was fun too. Now that you mention it. I wasn't awakening Clury to, I didn't want to waste stuff to awaken Clury. I just wanted to see if I could tune her in, and then I'll just mention it in the video. I don't need to actually demo all of the options. But I know I can shit talk Leo, that's for sure. So it's either Tier or Shadow Rose is ideal. You could also use Flan. You could also use Green Auden. You could also use Green Clury. There's lots of options, right? The hardest thing to explain to people is how to tune it. And if tuning drives you nuts, you just run this team. Just run this and win. I mean, literally, we run this team, we put, Warhorn on Lilka, and then your 4th unit can be just anybody that you're friendship farming. Or leveling, for that matter. Now the problem with this one is it's got the chance that she gets blinded there. Well, that was... Oh, I can't have Lilka on Warhorn. I'm such a goober. It's Tieria. It's got to be on Warhorn. Pardon me while I swap some artifacts. There we go. Sorry, the CR push from Warhorn messed me up. Those are hit. Those are AoE. This should kill. Poof. Crow levels up because he's just chilling out there doing nothing but absorbing XP. Take a hit. Apply the defense break. Do the AoE attack. Get pushed back up. Get hit in the face. And Butterfly Fan kills the Banshee. There you go. I paused it because I want to show Crow leveling up in the video. But you don't even need to run anybody in that spot. You could just run nobody in that spot. So it is a free-to-play 3-man team. You just need Bologna, a 3-star Lilka, and Free Spirit Terry, who everybody gets, and Goblin gear. Well, now you have a one-shot, my friend. And the best part about it is once you get Shadow Rose, you can actually shave seconds off and take it from an 80% success rate to a 98% success rate. But the 3-man is nice, right? I think during a buff event, especially if you got a lot of Leafs, you run the 4-man team. It's much more secure. 98% success rate. It's faster. You're going to get more gear per hour. You're not going to have any fails or very few fails. It's definitely more reliable. But when it's not a buff event or when you're running low on Leafs, you just switch to the 3-man. And now you can start power leveling your units. You can start getting those Friendship 10s, getting that Molagora from getting your units to Friendship 10. Would you say Banshee's easier than Wyvern? Yes. Wyvern takes 4 units. Banshee takes 3. Last I checked, there were no legitimate 3-man Banshee teams. I mean, I've seen one, but it's like Elf Mage quality gear. It's not something you're going to just put together with stuff you farm from the Goblin. This is put together with Goblin level gear. I mean, look at this Tierra. 2,500 attack, 250 crit damage, 1, 2, 3 pieces of Goblin gear, and then 78 stuff. Bologna's on all 78 gear with Goblin boots. Is it more efficient to farm solo Wukong Rift or Wyvern 13 one-shot? It's more time efficient to farm Hunt. It's more stamina efficient to farm Rift. If you are going to swipe and you want to run 24/7, 365, you'll get way more gear farming Hunts, but you will use an order of magnitude more stamina doing it. But if you don't have infinite Leafs or infinite stamina and you're not swiping, then Rift is still the way to go for just getting raw gear, Quantia gear. Just remember that though Rift does drop Reforge mats, they're random. You want targeted Reforge mats for a specific type of gear, Hunt's going to give you more Reforge mats. Rift gives about the same Reforge mats, except they're random, and Rift never has 50 drops. You can occasionally get a 50 drop of Reforge mats. You see Lilka stats? I'm going to make a video. As soon as I end stream here, I'm going to do a recording, and I'll publish this like within a few hours, but sure, I'll show you all the stuff. So here's your Bologna. You want her on Daydream Joker. The EE doesn't matter. Her effectiveness isn't necessary. You don't need any effectiveness. You just need 85% crit chance. 69 or higher is fine if you're running Midnight Bloom. If you're not running Midnight Bloom or Pizza Delivery, make sure you're at 85% crit. And you want her slow, right? She's at 129 speed. You don't want her to be much faster than that. Actually, I think you could go all the way up to like 140 speed. But you get faster than that, you're going to run into some speed tuning issues. And then just all the damage, right? All the damage. Tierra just needs to be the first one to go on the team, like 185 to 220 speed range should be fine, and a lot of damage. She does need 65% effectiveness. You want 65 because she is our defense breaker. I've got her on Warhorn to supplement damage. You don't really even need this. If you have better damage on her, you can drop Warhorn entirely. And then Lilka just needs to be 5% slower than Bologna. So Bologna is 123 speed, right? Divided by 1.05. So my Lilka needs to be 117.1 speed or slower. Well, she's 117. That's slower than 117.1, so she's perfectly tuned. If my Bologna was 130 speed divided by 1.05, then my Lilka could be 123 speed or slower. Just make sure that whatever Bologna's speed is divided by 1.05, Lilka is slower than that speed. And then she's tuned perfectly because you want Bologna to go and then Lilka to go. If you don't have that speed tuning locked in, they could RNG each other and go out of order and brick the run. Other than that, other than the speed tuning, the only other stat she needs is no other stat. She doesn't need anything else. She needs enough HP that the first stage mobs don't accidentally kill her. I guess that's a thing, right? Make sure she doesn't die to being hit by all the mobs if the mobs focus, but that's it. She doesn't need the effectiveness, she doesn't need the attack, she doesn't need the damage. All she needs is to be 5% slower than Bologna and have enough bulk to not die. And I've got her carrying Midnight Bloom, which you don't need if your Tieria and Bologna have a 100% crit chance. Well, 85 on Bologna, 100 on Tieria. This just lets me run it even lower quality gear by relying on a crit chance artifact. And that's it. And if you really want to knock it out of the park, take it to the next level, you get Shadow Rose on the team and you take it up almost to 100% success rate. Now, with Shadow Rose on the team, you're going to do a little bit of extra damage, and as weird as it sounds, the tuning was such that I needed to put Tieria on Midnight Bloom. And I needed to take Lilka off of the artifact and not put Warhorn on anybody. Basically, the damage boost I was getting from Warhorn was the extra damage that Shadow Rose was putting into the fight. And with Warhorn on there, it was just a little too much damage, and Shadow Rose pushed phase. So I took Warhorn out of the equation to lower my damage down a little bit. I think this was the arrangement, right? Or did I do this? Yeah, I think I moved Bologna out of the imprint slot so she got less attack too. I think this was the way. What about Song of Stars? Nope, too much damage. Well, Lilka never attacks. Lilka never does any attack that would generate Song of Stars, right? Because show me where Lilka uses any attack skill in this. She's literally just there to do this CR push trick at the end. Defense break. Defense break. 2 chances to defense break. Does her S2. Up. It was too much damage with her in the back. Oh, it was Lilka up top. I'm a goober. That's right. You got to attack tune it, so Lilka up top so that I didn't give the attack boost to Tieria. I think that was the way. AoE, push phase. I'm glad it helped you out, Nevlok. Thank you so much for the kind words. Defense break, 15%ed, but we get it on the second one. Do some AoEs. She gets pushed up. She smacks. She does an extra attack. And the Banshee is... Okay, what was the tuning again? What was the goddamn tuning? Was it this? Was it really this? No, it wasn't this. It was this, right? This was the way. This was what it was. I think this is what it was. Dialing in the 4-man team. I'm going to have to include some of this back and forth in the video just to show people how hard it is to tune a 4-man team. But once you've got it locked in, 98% success rate is such a good quality of life. Okay, we still cleared stage 1. Defense break, defense break. AoE, which should not get us below 70. It does get us below 70. What are we doing wrong, guys? What did we move around? Oh, was it really you weren't on an artifact? And we put Midnight Bloom on heckin' Shadow Rose. Is that really it? Does this do the damage? Doesn't do the damage. Oh, because Shadow Rose didn't crit because we took her off her damn crit neck. Didn't we? We took her off of her frickin' crit neck to prove a point. Out of speed RNG range. And that puts her faster than T-Area. I'm going to re-gear it with Fribbles, but yeah, we want to maintain the slower than T-Area but faster than 185 speed, so she goes before the snakes and CR pushes up, while maintaining the 65% effectiveness and get her crit chance up to 85% or 84% so that she defense breaks. Just don't see an easy... Oh, wait, that's perfect. I can just use that. There we go. That gives us everything. I'll do it with some crappier gear though. For all hunts, no. I think Banshee and Wyvern are the only ones that you need one-shot teams for. The other ones you don't farm, really. That should kill everybody. Yeah, and Leo also has the RNG where he might actually overcap the damage. There we go. And then this pushes up, and then this hits, and then Butterfly Fan kills, and there you go. 98% clear rate. The only negative to this one is you don't get the power level that third unit, but it's so much faster and so much more reliable that this is the way to farm for hunt buffs. And if it wasn't for the fact that this Lilka absolutely destroys my expeditions and this keeps me from being able to farm unrecorded history, I might just leave this team permanently geared to have a permanent Banshee team. But I don't think I can run. I gotta have a faster Lilka for expos. Whew. Banshee's a lot of work. Every time I put up a Banshee video, I get a dozen DMs. Hey, mine's not quite working right. Can you help me figure out why? And it's always speed tuning or attack tuning, keeping it from working right. I can remove Lilka's sword to reduce damage. Lilka does 0 damage. She brings no damage to that fight. Oh my god. Can Gala clear level 3 Ice Expo? I don't want to build Ram. When Ice Expo's back, I'll experiment with Gala. I know she's really, really good there. I'm not sure if she's got the chops to full clear it, though. I think maybe. Definitely maybe. You can also use Sid. Sid can full clear. But Sid requires Rowana, so it's a slightly different setup. Why did our damage brick? Did she do an attack and heal up? Is it because our balloon is too slow? What happened to Biken? How many new players have Biken or will ever have Biken? Also, Biken takes pretty good gear to do a one-shot, by comparison. Healed off Shadow. She shouldn't heal off Shadow, though. Unless we get speed RNG'd. It's right here, isn't it? And she cut. Did she cut here and heal, or did she heal earlier? Can tune around that, I bet. $203,174. I can tune around that. I can make sure that my units always go after her. That's what happened, right? My T area went before the Banshee, did damage, then the Banshee healed. I need to make sure that my T area and my Shadow Rose are faster than 185. Divided by 203 divided by 1.05. That they're between 193 and 185. I can do that. And that'll eliminate the chance of the Banshee healing. Okay, so, here's all the nuns of damage that Lilka did. All she did was take hits. This is a nice chart if you're trying to attack tune to look at to see where you can tweak it safely. Who's doing the lion's share of the damage, who's contributing the most and where. Ooh. Oh. Got a chance for greatness, right? I was wondering about the guild artifact. Was some kept? Yes. Yes, some are. Ooh, that's a +8. We forgive one. Hang on, we'll get into guild artifacts in just a second. That's a 5. Still pretty well focused in attack. Nope, we're done. We're done. Get the frick off my account. So since it was brought up, I think I discussed this in a video at some point in time, but... Oh, come on, people. That's just sad. Proof of Valor. In my opinion, you should keep 3 Proof of Valors. A +30, a +27, and a +15. Now, if you just get double +30, that's fine, but the difference between +27 and +30 is tiny. And having that third +15 is really nice for some PvE content. You'll be glad you have it for things like Advent, where you might want to proof on all 3 teams. So that's my recommendation on proof. +30, +27, +15. Victorious Flag just takes straight to +30. There's no real reason to keep a second one. There's so many good artifacts that do similar things to what this does. I don't really see a need for 2. I used to keep 2 for the longest time, thinking it would be best in slot and expeditions, but it just never really manifested a need for it. A symbol of unity, just take 1 straight to plus 30. Like Victorious Flag, you want your damage dealing artifacts to do damage, and making sure you have that 20% chance to hit through evasion is very important when you're going against units that are wearing evasion artifacts, so I would not keep 2 symbols. So far we're at 3 proofs, 1 Vic, 1 symbol. Warhorn I do recommend keeping 2. Some people say just go straight to plus 30, but you're talking about the difference between a 9.5% attack and a 10% attack. It's a 0.5% attack difference and a 1% CR difference. It's not that much. And that lets you be able to have your plus 27 Warhorn on your PvP units like Conqueror Lilius or Mediator Queric, and save your plus 15 to be able to speed tune your hunt teams. And that way you're not constantly swapping artifacts back and forth. So I do recommend 2 Warhorns, 1 plus 15, 1 plus 27. If you went ahead and already plus 30 Warhorn, that's okay. You're just going to need to artifact swap when you want to do your teams. Guide to a Decision isn't really used by anybody, so just go ahead and plus 30 it, I guess, because nobody uses this artifact. I'm sure somebody's going to say Holiday Fiend, but even Holiday Fiend doesn't really use this artifact. And Bastion of Hope, I think just like Warhorn, Bastion of Hope is one that you want to keep a plus 27 and a plus 15. We're starting to run into multiple units who want the big ER boost, and swapping it around may not be an option when you want to have it on different units in RTA. Now, although it can only apply to 1 unit in the team, that doesn't mean you don't want to have it on multiple units in case this fight dictates 1 unit and that fight dictates another. I went ahead and went to plus 30 on my Bastion, and I've regretted it ever since. I really wish I'd stuck with plus 27, plus 15 on Bastion. So there you go. 2 Bastions, 1 Guide, 2 Warhorns, 1 Symbol, 1 Vic, 3 Proofs. That's my recommendation to you. Hope that helps out. You cannot bottle special artifacts. You cannot bottle special event artifacts. Free artifacts that we get from collaborations, you can't bottle those. There's no way to max them out other than to imprint, self-imprint. Because believe you me, if there's a way to bottle it, I would have 5 plus 30 symbols of unity right now. Hey Bazarus, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. They fixed the 60% on Rast last update. I heard that was bugged. When New Moon Luna and Fall Cecilia come to Brawl, when do they? They should come out. One or both should drop next week, and then if only one drops next week, the third will be in the final week. Shouldn't have stopped playing during the Overlord collab. Good substitute for Bastion on Arya. Oh yeah, Staff of Vines is really good on Arya. But you can also put Arya on, what's it called? Fairy Tale for a Nightmare, and just have her do some extra chip damage and get your ER from somebody else. Sadly, you don't have Bologna yet? That's okay, man. There are other one-shots, it's just there are no one-shots that are as low gear as Bologna, I don't think. Not that don't involve limited units. Yay, Crozet. We're going Giga Tanky this time around. That's what she said. Just kidding. Thank you so much, Tabako. 45 summons away from pity. Should I pity Lilius or just let her go? Man, you're past the halfway point. It feels bad to just like waste all those resources because pity will not carry over from banner to banner like it does in Mystics. I mean, I'm kind of sad you went for it already because things are coming, but I don't know. I'd refresh the shop and just get it done, and then be careful about going that deep on units that unless you're really sure you want them. Because the fact that you're thinking about letting her go makes me think that you went into that banner not sure you really wanted her or not. And there's probably a collab, definitely a limited coming again at the end of the year, so we got stuff heading our way. Be careful about spending resources right now. Nice, Iron Twig. Glad to hear it. Long story short, though, if you're only 45 summons away, I would lean towards getting the unit. If you get Bologna from the plus 15, will that screw over Banshee 13 runs? Mine's plus 15. Mine's plus 15. She worked just fine. Do you think they're going to do a multi-banner to make people use... I think that we'll get a multi-banner either... If we don't get one in November... Okay, so here's the thing, right? October, we got Lilius. Then we got November, December, January, February. Okay, one of those months is going to be the limited flan. Probably November or December for limited flan. And if a collaboration comes, it'll probably be November, December. We usually have 2 collabs a year. We've only had 1 so far. So my gut's telling me November collab, December flan, or vice versa. And then January, February range, one of those 2 will be a selector banner. More than likely February. But a lot of times February is when they do the Laia rerun, because it's around Valentine's Day. So it's possible, like, if I was going to make a real educated guess, I would say November collab, December flan, January custom group summon, and then a Hoochie shop to drain all your shit, and then February Laia. But that's just an assumption. Which collab? Who knows? Who knows if there's even one? It's just typically we get 2 per year, but that doesn't mean Smilegate wasn't able to land one. Remember, collabs aren't something they just decide to do. It's you know, it's an agreement, an arrangement between multiple parties, and everybody has to come to the table and agree on it. I do not have enough damage to be running this bulky of a freaking knight team. Looks like it's going to end okay, though. Biblis is a spring event. They just forced it into December, right? I mean, it's Biblis's garden, and it's all about spring and flowers and shit. This doesn't exactly scream December, does it? They ran that event way early to get it on the table to fill the void left by Awakened Potential. I think that was probably a March, April event. Or April, even an April-May event. So I'm wondering if it's going to get pushed back to then, or if they'll rerun it. I need to get the knights off that stupid dragon egg and put them onto the flanks where they'll do some good. Was it, though? I wonder if they changed it. Everything about the event seems so rushed. Like we upgraded the flowers and they didn't change or anything. How do I stop Banshee from healing after attacking Tieria? You don't. You need Tieria to go after the Banshee. So your Tieria is too fast. You need to slow her down a little, Bruno. You want her to be 193, not 193 speed max. If she's faster than 193, there's a chance that she'll go before the Banshee, and then the Banshee will heal off of her. And I didn't move the knights again. Is there a method to grind AP other than pet and unrecorded history? No. I mean, you can... No, AP, no. It's just unrecorded history and pets to boost it. Oh, actually, yeah, there is a, if you look in your backpack, in your consumable section, there should be little, buff banner ticket thingies there, and one of them should boost your AP gain. If you have one of those. If you don't have one of those, then you don't have one. But if you do, those can boost it. Hey, Bazarus, I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Oh my god, yeah. Thank you, Live in IRL. And thanks for the super too, buddy. Yeah. You want to hear the crazy end of that story? AAA finally showed up, right? We called them at noon and set up the tow, and then like they said they'd be there in about an hour, and then it got to 2 o'clock, they hadn't showed up, so we called back. And they said they couldn't find the dispatch order. Whoever we called first didn't put the dispatch order in, so no truck was coming. So I raised hell at that lady, and she promised me that a dispatch truck was out there. She got all the information. We explained to her it was like a fully loaded F-350 with like several thousand pounds of scrap in the back. It was a big-ass truck with a crane on the back. We needed a heavy-duty rollback to carry this thing. And she said it would be there by 2:30. And I said, 13 minutes from now. She said yes. I said, okay, we'll be here. Anyway, 2:30 comes and goes, no truck. 3 o'clock comes and goes, 3:30 arrives. I call her back and say, hey, you said 2:30, and it's now 3:30. Nobody has showed up yet. And she says, oh, it shows he's on his way. He's en route. He'll be there any minute now. So I call back, talk to the guys. He had just showed up. He got out of his tow truck. He took one look at our truck and said, that thing's too big, I'm not towing that, and got back in his tow truck and left. You believe that shit? So I called, yeah, not even kidding. He said, I can't tow that, and left. After we told him we needed a heavy-duty rollback, they sent a standard one that couldn't handle the weight of the vehicle. So I called them back again, and they're like, oh, no, we'll make sure it happens right. I was like, no, it's 4 o'clock on a Friday. My guys want to go home. I had them reach out to a towing company that's local, that they know has the stuff, and they're en route to come and tow them and get them out of there. And I know they can handle it, because that's what they do, right? They tow shit like bulldozers and tractors and stuff. And, I said, but I'm supremely angry about this, and I wanted to leave some feedback for somebody. So she took my complaint report, and then she thanked me for not yelling at her, and said if I send the receipts in, that she would make sure we're reimbursed for the cost of the tow. So at least they did that. But what a hot mess, man! Those guys were on the side of the road for 5 hours waiting for a tow on a Friday, nonetheless. Hey Tristen, love your content. Do you know if effectiveness boosting artifacts will increase the attack of Silverblade Araminta with her passive? Or would the attack get calculated before the artifact boost? I believe it says that the effectiveness is calculated at the boost from the effectiveness is calculated at the start of the fight and cannot be modified after. And artifacts proc after skills. So I think the order of operation is going to be if she is wearing an effectiveness boosting artifact. That's a damn good question. Like, you can't boost it through an effectiveness buff. But an artifact that just adds effectiveness to the stat, when you put the artifact on, you don't see the change to the stat. So I don't think it will. We're going to have to test it, right? We're going to have to test it. Oh, yeah, thank you. New instance, guy. It's a brand new instance of Epic 7, too, so I didn't have 2x speed on. We'll have to test it. My gut tells me it won't work, right? Because the skill will proc off the effectiveness, then the artifact will proc, adding the effectiveness to the unit, and then the unit takes a turn. I think that's going to be the order of operations, but we don't really know because it's never been tested, right? We all thought we knew how Harsetti was going to work, and poor Dilibet doesn't work at all. So we just need to see how the game calculates the order of operations in this new line of code. Based on how I know the game works, it shouldn't work, but Dilibet also should have worked, so we'll have to see. Oh, that's nice, I guess. How would you get summons? I am friendship farming just now and out of gems. Any other method? You mean out of bookmarks? So you're friendship farming to get the reputation bonus to get bookmarks for summons, right? Okay. I mean, you can rotate the secret shop. That costs sky stones and gold, but you can rotate the secret shop. That's the most popular way to get bookmarks. There's only one other way, and it's a really effective way to get sky stones, or to get bookmarks. In fact, it's probably the fastest way to get or to get bookmarks to be able to summon units you want. And first, you need to get one of these. And then you enter some numbers in, you swipe a little bit, and then you get the resource to do it. But yeah, it's a gotcha game, man. They want you to spend money, so yep. You've just hit the primary gate, and you got two choices. You want it fast or do you want it cheap? Yeah. What pack? The summon pack of all of them probably has the most bookmarks and sky stones. I think it's like, I don't know. We'll go look at them here in just a minute, okay? Let me finish this fight, and then we can dive into that. Cirilla. How about you go here? How are we looking? We need one more warrior for the damage boost. I could put in Dingo. We need one more Dragon Knight. Yeah, we're one away on like everything. Who can I put in that's a warrior? She's a dragon. Okay, I could put in you in place of PP, and now I get the warrior bonuses. Yeah, George, just once this ends, because I've got the attention span of a goldfish. Once this ends, let me know. We'll go in, we'll review the packs, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I just looked at the time. It's already 3 freaking o'clock. Ooh, Spirit Lords. This is draft mode, Suki. It's new at the event. It's basically TFT with Epic 7 units. A real watered down version of TFT, but it's still a lot of fun. And the rewards are kicking, man. If you haven't already done this, you should try it. Have I been reforging the max gear from the event rewards? I haven't. I honestly didn't even think about it. Did I say draft mode? Yeah, it's brawl mode. He's a hawk, huh? He is a warrior. That gets our warrior condition done. We got spirit lord condition done. Got one more knight on the field. What are the knights? Who am I missing? A couple of 3-star knights? Sure. No. 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 My 3-star knights. I didn't even know that you can reset the event gear. Yeah, don't reset. Don't reset the gear. It looks like it resets very badly. Unless you're talking about the high-end 88 stuff. I did reset some of that because it rolled terrible. But the 85 gear, that it's got low base stats. Knight, no. Give me a new knight. Give me a new knight. For crying out loud. I've got a freaking triple S Kiki rat. Double S, I guess. Round 25 is the final fight. How did my Gal event roll? It rolled pretty well. It quad rolled destruction and then single rolled a low HP roll, but the quad rolled crit damage was really nice. There's a knight. We actually do have a triple S Kiki rat. That's crazy. Four knights, 2 spirit lords. This is really a slow rolling team, right? Just knights and soul weavers. Hey Shuma, what's the 40? Oh, happy birthday, man. Welcome to 40. Nineteen's a pretty easy floor, right? I can afford to ditch our spirit lords and go full Rangar this time. Let's say someone built the perfect team for Brawl that looked unbeatable. Do you think a whole stream dedicated to that one person would be possible? Do you know somebody like that, Tara? Has that happened to somebody that you know? We usually do those in Discord rooms where we can get some of the big brains together. Okay. I don't need Felicia. Possible I could need Dragon Knights. Don't need Lorena. Definitely don't need Glenn. Senya. Okay, well, I guess we're going City Lord and Spirit Lord. Jenna. Oh, we are definitely going Spirit Lords. Holy shit. Okay. Spirit Lord, City Lord, Spirit Lord, Spirit Lord, City Lord. Jesus, we're only missing Dominial. We don't need Alexa. Dominial. Nope. I don't think there's any world where we use Zahak here. I guess we could use him as a DPS until we get Dominial. Oops. Okay, so Silk can go here. Spirit Lord here. Knight here. You back here. You over here. Carrot. What's Carrot's job? Get one additional warrior in. How do you prevent Tieria from getting herself blinded after the S2 in the one shot? You run her with Shadow Rose, and Shadow Rose pushes everybody up so that you kill them before any of the ads hit. Otherwise, there is just some RNG where Tieria could get hit and get blinded. And that's why it's about an 80% success rate instead of an 85% success rate when you're doing a 3-man team. But if you run Shadow Rose, you can bypass all that and take it up to a 98% chance. The only negative to Shadow Rose is you don't get to friendship farming somebody. But when you're friendship farming and just leveling, you don't really care if it takes a little longer. We can beat that. We can beat that. Yeah, I'm sure we can put something together to take care of that. It sounds like a mage fight to me. Oh, holy shit. Guys. We got so many options. My Dominial. Do I have all of the Dragon Knights? No. I sold a bunch. Right? I sold... Nope, there's Camilla. And there's Rose. I've got all the Dragon Knights, don't I? That's crazy. If I pick up Yunryung, I can do... If I pick up Yunryung, I can do this, right? We would just have to drop... Who for Yun? No, I can't. I can't do them. I'd have to drop Destina for Yunryung. This wall of knights. Stop giving me Lucy. Heckin' Ian. Can anybody tell me if there are speed artifacts in Epic 7? There are artifacts that'll grant a speed buff. There are some 3-star artifacts that when you do certain things, they increase your speed, but nothing that's just a raw artifact that just says, having this artifact adds 30 speed to your unit kind of a thing. Yeah, there are things like Border Coin, there's, I know there's some 2-star artifacts, or 3-star artifacts that do it too. More Lucy's, more Lucy's. She is much, much harder to tune, but she does allow about 5% more damage if you put her on your team. I really like this mode, Yi. I think it's a lot of fun. I like trying to figure it out. Hey, we got Yunryung. There we go, guys. Dragon Knights and regular Knights. There's no one we can swap out. Do you think we can take this to the end? Oh jeez, all that damage into Reflect. Brutal. Hey, I'm glad that helped 20. That's something that's on my list to do, is redo the freaking Zeo fight. Now that Alots is getting nerfed, we're gonna have to figure something else out there. I think I need to swap Destina in for this fight, guys. God, it's gonna be freaking close. God, could this be any closer? Holy crap. Is this mode worth doing? What are the rewards? Yeah, it's very worth doing. I'll show you the rewards here in a minute. Can't show them while I'm inside. There. Yunryung's paralyzed. She can't do anything there. I need to change the line and maybe go to a V shape. Hey, Soulbait84, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate the prime. Thank you so much. Not Zahak again. Milla's stronger. PP stronger. Hot kick to the curb. Stronger Camilla. Lots of triple S's. Lorena. Hassel stronger. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, it feels so bad, but there's no world where we're using City Lords. BP's triple S now. Kikurat did nothing. Hassel stronger. Yunryung stronger. That went well. Okay, let's line this up a little better now. get Senya here. No. Let's get Senya here. Go out. See, Kikirak can probably tank the best. This guy has no imprints. We got damage dealers, then double knights. Okay. Damn it, I locked my Senya out. Okay, Senya's back in.
Spear will not dull until it pierces the heart of my enemy.
You're making me
Looks like the bot's not working. It's a brand new frickin' load of OBS, so some of the stuff's missing. Like, chat keeps disappearing. I gotta do a little tweaking under the hood for tomorrow. We'll have it all sorted by tomorrow. Okay, so Knights and Dragon Knights just absolutely murdered this team.
though it won't make a difference.
Got the full Dragon Knight synergy. Freaking hell, now we get Dominial. Oh well, is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna put you back here. Jesus Christ, just mowing my other team over. You see why I put everybody down in the bottom corner? Was to have a really crappy layout that I could exploit later in case this is hard to beat. Hey Soulbait, thank you much for the 5 gifted, man. Hell yeah. To Shadow and Detsu Sensei and Wetfire and Marcelo and Poods. Hey Poods, good to see you, man. This is going to be fun to fight later. Holy crap. So, the rewards are really nice, guys. First of all, you can get a doggo. Who doesn't want a doggo? And there's charms. Gold, more charms. Portrait for background, some sky stones, more gold, more charms. Blue boxes, mod boxes, more charms. A Lilius profile card image. It's not a unit, guys. It's a profile card. So yeah, I think it's very worth doing for the rewards. And it's here in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. If you don't see it down here, you haven't done enough adventure yet. Do more adventure until it eventually procs. And then you'll be able to do it. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up because it is after 3, and I only meant to do this for like an hour or 2. We've been here for like 4. So let's see. Could I do a Katie's updated guide? Tried your old guide, can't make it work. I mean, did you try try this one? Because this works for freaking everybody. And if you want something that's slightly more stable, man, you just, if you've got the units, just pull up Katie's and, it's not Katie's. And just use this team, right? You can use, Fenris in place of Sirmia if you don't have Sirmia. This team just works. I don't even have to look at the gear. Oh shit, the pack reviews. Okay, George, I did promise. Anyway, trust, this team works. So if you're looking to pull on Mystics, you can't do much better than the Harsetti packs. They're pretty solid value for Mystics. But if you're just looking for bookmarks as a relatively new player, you should have some packs called rank up packs. If there's any pack that has the word rank up beside it, it is crazy good value. The monthly summon pack gives you a 4 to 5 star ticket, and between the Skystones and the bookmark, it does give you the most summons per Skystone. I'm sorry, the most summons per dollar, but it's expensive, right? If you look at the Skystones, it's often missed, but the first time you purchase it, it doubles the value of the Skystones, and this, buying just the raw Skystones, gives you enough currency that you can come in and re-roll the secret shop and chase bookmarks in here. It's slower, but if you're really trying to max out your dollar per bookmark, that's going to be the fastest way to climb up with bookmarks as well. If you're just looking for a way to swipe to get units, to get bookmarks to summon on specific banners with, double dip the Skystones, refresh the secret shop. Pack-wise, the monthly summon pack is pretty huge. These are kind of fun for daily summons, but they don't let you do targeted summons. Other than that, the monthly packs give you a little bit of Skystones every single day. Enough that you can refresh the shop, and it gives you additional quick battling and additional XP to make your farming a little bit better. Eulogy Saint is about 20% better gold than unrecorded, yes. Alright guys, let's is the hunt event already happening? Yeah, if you go into the dash, it's right here under dash special buffs. It shows you that both are going on. So another 36, 38 hours left. And it's going to happen every single weekend this month. A lot of people are missing it because it doesn't show up here. But it's there, it's in the dash. Okay, I have never raided Hayumi before, so let's go see what they're up to. Like they're wrestling with RTA. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I will get this Banshee guide up soon. If you have any other questions, jump in my Discord, hit me up. I'll do my best to answer them for you. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.